Hi and welcome to Savage's Reviews and Recommendations. In today's video we're going to be talking about Army of Thieves. Now, I was initially not going to watch this film as it was part of the Army of the Dead franchise and I was not familiar with the first film. It's only until a friend told me that this would be a prequel and it's about heists, that's when I was really intrigued in watching it. Cast this film, we have Matthias Schweighöfer playing Sebastian, the protagonist of the film. We have Nathalie Emmanuel playing Gwendolyn, the somewhat love interest to Sebastian. We have Ruby O'Fee playing Karina, the hacker of the crew. We have Stuart Martin playing the gunman, Brad Cage. We have Guz Khan playing Rolf, the getaway driver. And Jonathan Cohen, the somewhat antagonist of the film, Delacroix. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with what the plot is, it's essentially a bank worker called Sebastian who is invited to work with these elite bank robbers and have the opportunity to use his knowledge of safe cracking and put it to the test of robbing banks, and not just any old vault, these very rare and unique vaults that very few to little, maybe to none, no bank robber has ever attempted at opening. The film is an okay watch. It has a few flaws here and there. Personal opinion, the first one is how they recruit Sebastian. It's somewhat laughable as they recruit him by sending him a message, a comment on his YouTube videos. So not DMing him secretly, no, leaving a public comment on one of his YouTube videos. Now, I think this is somewhat of a reference to Army of the Dead. If so, I can somewhat accept it, but it's no excuse for bad writing or idea. The second thing I'm not a big fan of is the plot. It's very generic. The only unique thing about it is these people aren't robbing the banks for the money. It's more about opening the safes, as they're very rare and unique and have not been opened before by bank robbers. The humour in this film is actually a hit and miss, honestly, and the fact there's so many references to how it feels like a film kind of takes me out of that experience personally. One thing I will give this film credit is the visuals. The visuals itself is very beautiful and it's what made me continue watching. That and the action scenes, which I think this film could do with more, are very well crafted and really was the most enjoyment I got out of this entire film's run. Whilst it is sad that there's very little of these action scenes, I would prefer that to an oversaturated film with too much. With that being said, I think this film's an okay watch. It's not the best heist film. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. I would recommend it to people if they asked, do you think it's good? But if you want to know good heist films, I would definitely recommend the film Ocean's 11, original remake, whatever you feel. The film Baby Driver, as both protagonist characters, they share an ability that is needed in the heists, but apart from that, they lack everything else. Another film I would recommend is the film Heat, starring the great Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Very action-packed, it would definitely keep you interested. And another film I'd recommend in that same vein is the film The Town, starring and directed by Ben Affleck. I hope you'll be enjoying it.